Well, hello and welcome, everybody. It's Saturday night, silly shill show time with us, the Shills. We got some good debunking going tonight. We got a couple of new things we're going to show you, a weird, interesting twist on debunking live itself, and a couple of great guests from the NASA Blacksite. We got Cypher Zero and Vishanti joining us. So we're going to get around the So we're going to get around the table here. We're going to talk to everybody, see what's going on, and get into some interesting show. It's going to be a cool one tonight. So let's see what we got on our list first here. We should get to Jutmonkthedrunk Monkey. Buddy, how's it going?
Oi, bro. How's it going, man?
Good, man. How you doing tonight?
I'm fucking buzzing my tits off, bruv. I'm back here again.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Last night was a dumpster fire of technology hell, but we've got it fine. We're good.
Fuck that shit. Do you know what last night was? Last night, I took some fucking acid, and then I woke up this morning for work, and there was some weird shit. So, what did you do last night? Hello?
After teching out there, so I don't know what happened, but after teching out there, we've got it all fixed, so we're good, right? You know, we're gonna be a strong moving forward, and that's that. Fuck all the bullshit.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Of course, bro.
All right, and let's check in with another man who knows how to all the production details and sad stories himself. We got Boolinator with us. How's it going, Bool? What's happening, man?
It's not a whole lot is actually happening today, other than, you know, just quiet stuff, quiet time alone until to this point. So I'm kind of happy to be here, excited about this show, and I really want to. I'm really excited to meet Vishanti and oh God, I'm sorry. Cypher. I feel no.
I could have bailed you out, but sorry, you had to swim that one for yourself.
I did. Yes, I did.
Oh, awesome. Right on. And who else is here tonight? We got Logical Troglodyte. How's it going, buddy? What's happening?
Hey. You know what? Since this is the shill show and I like to shill people out, I'd rather shill out another new and up-and-coming channel rather than myself tonight. And it seems that the monkey overlords are invading YouTube and soon to be taking over the rest of the world. First, we had Jutmonkthedrunk Monkey. Then we had Stupid Monkey. And now entering into the ring, we have Chimpanzee. He's woefully underviewed. I think probably because he uses a synthetic voice, and he did find a good synthetic voice. But hey, you know what? Don't let that put you off. He's got some really good, well-researched content. And if synth voice was good enough for Stephen Hawking, what the fuck? It's going to be good enough for Chimpanzee too. So I'm going to ask Aimee to pop that link into the live chat, and after the show, go over there and show Chimpanzee some love.
Logical.
Cool.
That's the one that you put in the creators corner, isn't it? I've checked him out. Yeah. It's quality.
Cool. Right on, man. Good shout, buddy. And let's see here. I got a list somewhere. There it is. Sarcastic Barman. How's it going, buddy? What's happening your way today?
Oh, it's been an absolutely heavingly busy day. I'm just here now, sat just like, yay, chill out time. My legs hurt, my arms hurt. I'm like,
Oh,
but
no,
I'm really chuffed because, go on, mate.
Oh, we have a broken barman. You better chill. We cannot have that.
I know, but then I'm in a really good mood as well because I had a video on Mr. Sensible's channel for his takeover thing, and that's given me another little boost on my subs, and I'm slowly approaching 800 now, which is even better. Seems last week I had a 700 sub special. I'm like, yay!
Get in there, Barman.
Yeah, it was a great video too. Saw that.
Barman.
Thank you. Yes.
Barman, why the fuck did you do a 700 sub special?
Because I felt like doing 700. I wanted to be different rather than doing 666.
Okay. Do you know? I might do a 731.
Got to be different.
Well, yeah, you know, of course he does. So let's keep going here, and we got Steaming Cup of Reason tonight. How you doing, buddy? What's happening your way?
Oh, not a whole heck of a lot. Glad to be here. I'm sorry to hear you're not feeling too good there, barman. Arms hurt, legs hurt. I'll give it a few minutes. Your brain's going to hurt too. How you guys doing?
Things are good, man. Things are good. We got some really good stuff lined up. It should be a crazy show.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting.
I'm looking forward to it.
Cool, right on. And let's check in with the guy who actually can tame the controls tonight because he knows what happened. Tatty, how's it going, buddy?
All right, trips. Okay, man. A wee bit fuzzy-headed, I must be admit. I can't imagine why that would be the case. But yeah, all in all, having a good time today, man.
Right on, buddy. Right on. Excellent. And let's check in with who's running the show tonight. Aimee Hogan, how's it going, honey? What's happening your way?
Oh, I'm great, thank you. Had an awesome day today. Matthew went outside by himself for the first time today, and he did awesome. So we had a good time with that, and I'm so excited about this show tonight. This is going to be really good. So thank you, everyone in the chat, for coming, and thank you, Vishanti and Cypher Zero, for coming on tonight. Thank you so much. I'm excited.
Thank you for having us, guys.
Perfect segue. Cypher, welcome to the show, and how you doing, man? How's things your way?
Pretty bloody well, thanks, guys. How are you?
Well, we're doing great now that we can hear each other. That was a strange thing, but we got it figured out, one of those things. Yeah, man. I mean, it's the same core. How can it be so much different? But we figured it, right?
Yes, indeed. No, we finally got the squirrels onto the problem. They fixed it, and yes, we are here.
All right. And there's lots to talk about because we really want to hear about, what you guys see as a vision and whatnot and where you want to go and so forth. But we got to get your partner in first. So, Vishanti, welcome to the show. How's it going? What are you doing? How is life?
Howdy ho. Me just waking up from a nap like half an hour ago and scrambling downstairs to get to the laptop like, shit! I'm a professional!
Oh, we've all done it, though. Absolutely. How you doing, though? Good day? Everything's nice?
Yes. Beautiful, sunny Southern California day.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that at all, is there? So let's get right on to the show. That's weird. Okay, there's the text. I just had a message come up and it was blank. Everything's going so slow right now. So the show. Tell us all about it. Who wants to take it first? I don't know if you guys got this pre-planned or anything, but give us a rundown. What you're up to, what you're bringing to the table. Tell everybody.
Of course, planned. We know everything is always planned, right, Cypher?
Yes.
We scripted this weeks ago.
We basically just came together and started the whole thing as a group of people from chat sections like your own, places like FTFE, Team Skeptics. We just started yakking together on, behind the scenes channels. Discord server was started, and we're sort of using it as a hub for anyone, Flirts included, to come and have a look at, some of the stuff that debunks their absolutely just crazy batshit.
Perfect.
Yeah, people
Perfect.
from all around the world that know, different sciences, different, have got different experiences, such as telecommunications, engineering. We've got Professor Bell as a member of the Blacksite, so he helps a lot with a lot of the orbital mechanics stuff that we can't sort of think ourselves. The squirrels need a lot of training on that.
I can only imagine. It's not the easiest. We're getting a little cut in and out and a bit of a robotic effect on your mic. I wonder if connection wise or anything, but I'm just getting it in the back chat in here that there's a little. Let's see if we'll see if we can smooth you out here quick. So I'm going to turn to your partner really quick. You guys had a similar birth to us then, because that's exactly what it was. A bunch of people hanging out, and we figured, you know what, we better just fucking do it.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what happened.
Yeah, it makes it an easier fit to get together then, doesn't it? Because you're not just randomly selecting people because you think they would be good. You're already a group. You just have to turn on the microphones.
Yeah,
it was very organic in that way. And, if you're all birthed at the same time in the same clone tanks, it really makes everything go much more smooth.
Yeah, I agree there. I agree. That's awesome. So are you going to do like guests and stuff?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
we have some incredible guests coming up, you guys. You don't even know.
That's awesome. Right on.
Can I speak from, because I'm not clued up here and I've been rather busy, so I have actually not seen anything that you're doing. So could you educate a monkey that knows fuck all about you?
Sure. We've only put one video out so far, and we had the same problems you guys had yesterday. It cut out after about an hour and 22 minutes. So
Shit.
we've had to go and have a look at some of I think it was a YouTube problem. But we are planning on doing a weekly show about Sunday in Australia from 1:30. So that would be Saturday night for you guys. We're going to work that out during the week and hopefully have one up next week.
Don't clash with our show.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, well, if the times work out, there can always be handoff of audiences and stuff, so that actually works out pretty good, right?
That was sort of the plan, yes.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah, that's an easy thing to work out for sure. So let's see here. I should have planned some questions and whatnot, but at this time I thought some of the boneheads that I work with would jump in with more questions than Monkey. You're not a bonehead because you already jumped in. I know.
Yeah, man. Fucking, I'm in there, and
but
I want to know more. I mean, how many of you are there? I mean,
well, hold on, Oh, sorry, but Aimee needs to jump in before we get too far behind because I already noticed I missed a buzzer. I've got my volumes up now. Sorry, Aimee.
That's okay. I just wanted to let everybody know about the super chat that just come in. Kuyaso came in with 5,000 South Korean won. He says, paying the Shills tax. Thank you so much for your support, Kuyaso. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Very, very cool indeed. So, yeah, Monkey, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry there.
Yeah, I mean, how many of there are you? I mean, obviously you just...
The numbers are growing. It is a classified number. We can't count how many squirrels we've got because General Mayhem actually stole a whole heap of tanks and is up to mischief in the basement again. General Mayhem is our mascot on the NASA Blacksite logo, the little cybernetic squirrel. He runs the whole thing basically, and not very well, it would seem.
No, but yeah. You're fucking here, man, so you're doing something right. I mean,
there you go.
I only got here because I escaped and I just keep fucking running away and they can't catch me, so I won't go away.
Well, squirrels are easy to distract
anyway.
So.
Here, all right? So fuck all you lot. Keep trying to catch me. I'll keep throwing shit at you and fuck you all. Sorry, what was we saying? So yeah...
Well, we've got over 100 subs now on the channel itself, but we do have quite a number of people in the Blacksite itself that sort of sit and watch everything. And as I said, it's not sort of blocked off to anyone. We've been setting it up so that people can come in. And I think our audience is mostly the audience of the flirfs, not the flirfs themselves, like the big ones like Nathan Oakley, Thompson, Rankin. We're not looking to convert those people at all.
He's not a flirf. He's a lion-eating scumbag.
He's a shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Logical wanted to jump in here.
Yeah, I was really interested about the backstory of the Blacksite Area 69, and in particular the Cybernetic Squirrel Squad and General Mayhem. What was your inspiration for that?
The Rick and Morty episode.
That was great.
The Rick and Morty episode where the squirrels are talking about taking over and using chemtrails, and that one. I saw that and I was just like, that's it. That's what we need to use. It's got to be a bunch of insane squirrels.
Yeah,
that's great.
Colin in the chat asked us to tell you that someone left the cage open and the squirrels are playing with the cables.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
No, that's it. It'll be like when Monkey hangs out in our lair all drunk and we get there in the morning. There's shit everywhere. 1970s pornography playing on an old projector. It's horrible. Just.
And you know what?
Do you think that that's all I've got up to whilst you lot are asleep?
That's all I want to know.
See, and that
I know about your leopard skin rug, Judd. I know about your leopard skin rug.
Not that I have an ego. And not that I have an ego or anything, but I was really hoping that, the Squirrel Squad maybe might have been inspired a little bit by my cave pets in Cave Town. But hey, if it's going to be Rick and Morty, fine, whatever.
We better get to Aimee again here.
Yes, please. I get another super chat in from Elia Moon for $5 American. You all reminded me that when you're in your darkest hour, you all are my family with a heart. Thank you so much, Elia. We love you too, and you are family.
You're damn right, honey. We love you.
You betcha.
Absolutely. I was okay. So let's see here. We got squirrels that have gotten out of cages and they're running the show poorly. So I'm thinking that what's his name that did Weird Science and 16 Candles must have wrote the script. Is that where we're at? John Hughes? Is that it? Is that this one?
John Hughes.
There's a script? No one told me there was a script.
It's like a really fucked up version of The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Something like that. Exactly. Whatever nuttiness we can. I mean, there's a whole range of things you can do when there's squirrels involved.
Well, let's not take that too far because we do like to monetize the show as rough as we get.
Yeah. And we have other animals on the show too. And speaking of animals, our little friend Riley is in the chat. So everybody, hello Riley.
Hello Riley.
Which
How's it going, mate?
No. I love the graphic. No.
I love that.
Yay. Cows for Riley.
Not a Riley looking for an egg.
No.
No,
Victory's
this
Riley.
is Little Miss Victory.
Oh, okay. I was like, Riley? Riley? What, Riley in our chat? I doubt it.
Monkey's glass is empty.
Unless, of course, the title to our show was Anthony Riley. Then of course he would be there, you know.
Logical.
Go fill up your glass, Monkey.
Yeah, not to do Amy's job for her, but I found a little comment in the live chat that I just had to grab. Apparently, Ugly German Truths has a bit of an experience with squirrels himself. He says, I once had squirrels running the wheels in my head, optimal nuttiness and all, but the tale's made for poor OSHA records. We better not talk about it.
Oh, that's funny. Right on.
I got to tell you, though, guys, I really liked your first episode. It was a really good show. But
thank you.
Thank you.
At first, I thought the shows went live and they fucking forgot to tell me. So,
we did have it set up for an hour past when we actually did it. But Vish had a bit of a scheduling conflict, so we pushed it forward for her just because we love her.
Right. Yeah,
next ones we will be setting them up and trying to do them regularly on a Sunday afternoon for Australians, but it will be Saturday night, roughly dinner time for you guys in the States and everywhere else.
Right.
Hey, Cypher Zero, could I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have you seen my first ever video?
I haven't. No, I'll have to go and find it now.
It's fucking
mate. There is so much.
You hardly hear
material.
a word I say. It's fucking bollocks, and it makes me cringe. There you go. We did have. I was yours,
trying to get an intro
what I'm trying
video
to say
done.
is yours clearly has been a bigger hit than mine.
I was shocked. We've got over 100 views now on it, and we've got over 100 subscribers. I'm really pleased with how people are coming to the idea of this. It's excellent.
Yeah, no, fair play to
and
you.
I really hope. Yeah, and I really hope we can do some good for people that are watching. As I said, our target isn't the people that are pushing the crap. Our target is the people that are watching these people on the fence, unsure of whether or not the Earth really is flat or not. It's not. It is an oblate spheroid, and that's what we're trying to help people come to the realization of.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, I just try and fucking ram the basics down their throat, and if they don't get it, I'll fucking hit them over the head with a fucking brick. The stupid fucking brainless dipshits. I can't fucking get why they don't grasp it. Do you know what? Actually, the very first time that I actually fucking watched someone debunk flat Earth, that was Simon Dan, and I thought it was a fucking joke. I was like, oh yeah, this is funny, isn't it? And I was like, and then you start looking, you're like, no, this isn't actually a joke. There are these brainless fucking backward thinking fuck stains that think that fucking most stupid bollocks. So it's like, you can go out and just have a look around you, make a few observations, here and there and fucking equate the fucking things you're looking at, and it's a fucking globe, you stupid fucking idiots.
Yeah, Tatty, you make a great point. Absolutely. They say go outside, do your own research. I live on the east coast of Australia. I can walk to Shelley Beach in Port Macquarie here. I can watch the sunrise, and it doesn't look like it's. There is no way you could think that the Earth was flat living where I live. It's just, it doesn't make sense.
It makes fucking no sense. No, I mean, I don't understand why there's people from Australia that think the Earth's fucking flat, because surely...
I facepalm every time I hear
You're down there,
accent.
right next to the fucking, the Antarctica. You're looking at the fucking opposite fucking... rotation
next to the ice wall.
The moon's upside down. There's all this shit going on that makes sense on the globe, but we're down in Australia and the Earth's fucking flat because we're fucking stupid as fuck.
I should be able to see New Zealand from where I am with a good telescope. Can't do it.
No. I should be able to fucking see you with a telescope if the Earth's flat, you prick. But it isn't. If I can look at fucking 3 billion light years away with a telescope, surely I can look at fucking you. There's only a few thousand miles away.
Yep, exactly. That's
it.
No, it doesn't. Equatorial mounts would be designed in a different way if the Earth were flat. They'd be on a gimbal instead of the single-axis rotator that they're on.
Oh, dear.
Thank you, Blue Marble Science, for that bit of information. And that's another thing. I've been learning a hell of a lot. All of this sort of stuff I would have taken for granted growing up until... I used to work for a telecommunications company, and we'd fix, the internet in between, and the phone signals and everything in between Maitland and Lismore in New South Wales. We were driving to jobs one day, and the guy that I was working with we were talking, and he said, it's something about, it's not as stupid as the idiots that think the Earth is flat. And I swear my jaw hit my chest so quickly, you wouldn't have been able to see it with a high frame rate camera. I was flabbergasted when I heard that there were people in the 21st century that still thought the Earth was flat. I didn't believe it. And it took me quite a while to actually start looking at Simon Dan's videos. But the very first one that I ever saw on Flat Earthers was Nathan Oakley in his little white hat and his blue shirt saying he doesn't know anything about seasons. So I'm like, how in the hell can you... How? So I started looking into it, started watching Simon Dan and Fight the Flat Earth, and that's where Vish and I actually met on his 20-hour celebration channel and started talking, and that's where Vlad Rad's infamous "there's something wrong with that laser" was the moment that the Blacksite was formed.
Yes.
That's funny.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, it's fucking absolute bollocks. They are stupid as fuck.
So let me get a little housework done here, guys, because we're going to do something. We're going to get to a video here in a second, but we're going to do something different tonight. So first up, we're going to throw we're going to throw a link and a code in the chat for everybody. Now, what you're going to do is, everybody watching, you go open up a web browser and you're going to go to this website, buzzin.live, and you want to put in that code that you see. We'll dump the link a few times in the chat here. Now, how it works is we'll start the video, and if the video is too stupid or absolutely too, insulting or whatever to watch, you hit that buzzer and we can gong show the video. So you guys decide if we continue with the video or not by hitting that buzzer. And then we will go on to the next video. So we've got a few different videos lined up in case one gets buzzed off. So it's buzzin.live. The code is in the chat. Everybody gets signed in. The producer has the list of who's buzzed and who's not, so we'll know what's going on. And while we get everybody on the Buzzin site, we're going to play you a quick trailer of a couple of the cool shows and what's going on as we switch the Shills to the iNetwork here with more shows coming to our channel. So if Tattie's ready to run that trailer, we'll keep dropping the link in so people can get into the Buzzin system.
I've got a really good idea for a live stream. It could be the monkey taking a dump live stream.
I call that taking an Oakley.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but
J-
I'm upping it though. You know, I'm not just pissing in a cup here. I am actually shitting in my hand and rubbing it in Uncle's face if he likes.
Taking a Thompson.
I mean, I want to do that anyway. So, I mean, as a bonus.
I'd rather see you pole dance, monkey.
I'll pole dance for you, baby. Trust me, I'll fucking. Oh yeah, man. You know, I do all kinds of funky shit.
All right, Tatty, are you all set to run that trailer?
Perhaps he's not. I don't know. I think even he's still shocked at what I've just said. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, no. Ready to rock. So here we go, folks.
All right, and then we'll drop that link in a couple times here too.
Cool. All right.
Well, I think that so, you know, the name of the channel is going to change. The Shills Show, the Silly Shills Show, Friday, Saturday, still the same. We're still the Shills, the same group and all. We just got more shows coming, so we had to change the name of the channel to reflect it, right? That's what we got going on. There's more. There's a couple more that aren't listed there. We got a quick trailer for an anti-flatter show and for the autism show that Aimee and myself are doing coming up as well. So, you know, lots to cover coming up. And speaking of Aimee, it's her turn right now.
Yes, please. I've got some great comments here. Chucky McNubbin says, you know what would really mess Riley up? Give him some ostrich eggs.
I have a video planned with exactly that, and it is Australian themed. And if you have ever seen Crocodile Dundee, you'll know which scene I'm talking about.
Funny, I know what you're talking about. Awesome.
No, that's awesome. And the conspiracy says, who all is in Cypher's show?
Good question.
That is a really good question. There is a core NASA Blacksite council, and there's about 8 to 10 of us, depending on how you reckon that. But it's Cypher, myself, Philosopher Nonsense, Digital Demonic Davros, Chrismer. We have Nerthin Termson. We have Good Grief Colon is in there. There's so many. Cypher, who am I missing?
Agent Arduin. We've got Chrismer, you mentioned. We've got Uncle Ned. We've got Professor Phil Bell. We have some of the Shills in there actually as well. You guys have joined, and if there's anyone that is missing a link, please let us know, and we'll get you in
Usher
there.
Blackrod.
Fucking join now. Fuck it, because I haven't yet. So fucking post a link so that I can click it. For fuck's sake, man. I'll find it now. It'll be in the because we don't bother doing that, do we? We don't bother putting. Oh yes, there it is. This time, last video, the David Emery's link wasn't in the description, guys, but Cypher Zero is. So yeah, bosh. There you go. Job done.
Okay. All right.
The Blacksite's
Cool.
just dropped that link into the side there. Click on the little alien at the bottom for access.
All right.
Yeah, man.
So we got the buzzer thing handed out. We got the gong show thing set up. I think it's time to play a video and get this table doing what they're supposed to do and tear some stupid apart.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And remember, folks,
Let's see if this first video lasts very long. I have a feeling.
oh, good eye. And remember, folks, if you don't want to see this, don't want to listen to it, buzz and let us know.
Yeah.
Majority rules. And on that note, here we go.
All right, all my little YouTube motherfuck faces, Validation Boy is back with you. Well, it appears as though the satanic left has a brand new sacred cow. I was watching a Ramsey Paul video today, which I'll link below, and I knew nothing about this subject until I heard it from him, and I decided I needed to do a little bit more research. I could not believe what I was fucking hearing. Turns out
He doesn't know what research is.
Vishanti's up. Oh, hello. Did we lose her?
Nope. Sorry. Just
there you are.
buzz.
Okay.
I'm gonna buzz him on
She was
principle.
fucking playing with my tail, man. Give her a break.
I mean, it's fun. I've never had to sit down at a table with a monkey before, so I got
Nice, isn't
distracted.
it? You like it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Soft,
It's fucking. Do you know what, man?
prehensile.
I'm fucking rocking, aren't I, man? And and the way just put your hands back on my tail and carry on speaking.
Yeah, right there. Right there. That's the ticket.
That's the one.
But yeah, Validation Boy, just buzzing on principle. He's a piece of shit.
He's a bit of a twat.
Said. Oh yeah,
Do you know what?
he's a bad one.
I actually think that even Validation Boy's own mother fucking hates him.
I think there's a reason for the name Validation Boy. Why do you need to be constantly validated by other people? Be proud of yourself.
Well, we validated him right good on the Shills so bad he actually had to make an I'm a victim little video for his little subscribers. It was funny as hell.
I tell you what,
yeah.
our victim card presses over at the Blacksite have been going hot for weeks now. We print off their own. We've got several different victim cards for each of them.
It's a good idea. You'd have to put them up on the wall every so often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Running out of wall space.
When you get some kind of response, it's all part of the entertainment, isn't it? It's just something more to laugh at. Because, let's face it, they're fucking stupid. So whatever they come back with is bound to be fucking stupid.
Speaking of stupid, why don't we let this moron play for a second? Because, this guy digs his own hole so fast, right? He's just the worst.
Oh, yeah. Here we go, folks.
Let's see.
there's this little girl who looks like she's about 8 years old, but somehow is 16. Her name is Greta Thunberg, and she's a Swedish climate activist, born in 2003. Okay, let's take a look at her Wikipedia page. She's been described as a role model for worldwide student activism. Okay. Too bad her entire platform and activism is based on complete lies. Yeah, we all know climate change is a huge fucking lie. It only gets promoted so that the elite can live the good life, while you, the commoner, is led to accept the idea that you deserve less and less. It's a huge fucking lie and everybody knows it. It's all about Agenda 21. It ties back into my video called...
I was just about to say pause as well.
What
Carry
the
on.
hell is he talking about? You know, it's being promoted so that the elite can live the good life. Let me think here. What does the main industry that elite members of the 1% of the richest people on the planet do? Oh, that's right. Fucking fossil fuels, asshole. If they were going to promote something like global climate change that would try to, have an agenda of getting rid of fucking fossil fuels, don't you think that maybe those people that are investing in it would be resisting the idea that the climate is fucking changing and we got to quit using fossil fuels? That makes no fucking sense.
And what happened to agendas 1 through 20? You said this is agenda 21. What happened to the other 20 of them?
That's a lovely point.
I was just gonna say he's an ageist piece of crap. Did you see? I could hear the smirk in his voice when he's talking about her age. Like, really?
Yay!
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The gong of the viewers has sounded. Validation Boy is tossed into the garbage can of human filth.
Where he
Finally. Get rid of that dumb fuck. He doesn't know shit from
I fucking
Shinola.
like this shit. Audience, well
Yeah.
done, because I wanted to kick that fucker straight out. But you took too fucking long to like it. Next time there's a fucking dickhead speaking fucking toilet like that, I want to gong straight away.
Okay, so Gong Show debunking is a success. This will definitely happen going forward. This is fun.
Absolutely. This is awesome. Can I just jump in real fast with a super
Absolutely.
chat?
Yes.
Thank you. We have $2 American from Common Sense Criticism. He says, I can't wait to cover this douche.
Go
Common
get
Sense
him.
would do him so good too. That would be awesome.
That would be way cool.
Oh yeah.
Is
So we
gonna
can do a
rip 'em
quick wrap
apart.
up. Yeah, we could do a quick wrap up on Validation Boy and cut to the next video here. We could show one of the little trailers we got as well. Let's cut to our guests here. Vishanti, Validation Boy, get out the claws and give him some.
So this piece of shit who somehow is breathing my oxygen still feels the need to contribute digital content to the internet, which honestly should be against the Geneva Convention. I say we toss him onto the trash heap.
Oh, I love it. You're after my heart with comments like that. That was absolutely beautiful. I think that brought a tear to my eye.
I'm a poet.
Oh, and Cypher, your turn. Floor is yours.
Straight onto the pile with that guy. He's if there's a level for Onision and Validation Boy, it's way below our basement, and our basement is pretty deep.
Oh yeah.
He's useless. Like, climate change is, I was actually having a discussion with, well, not a discussion with, but Professor Philip Bell on the Aussie Perspective last night was discussing some of the steps that India are having to take in regards to climate change. The climate is changing, and people with current beachfront properties are not going to have those for very long. People within, inland. I'm worried about my place in Port, actually, because I'm going to have to move to one of the mountains out here. It's going to happen. It is going to happen. It's too late to stop climate change from taking over and destroying the planet as it is. We need to we need to stop using fossil fuels 10 years ago.
I tell you what, there are going to be whole fucking islands and nations lost to this.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're
fucking
already
joke.
sinking below the waves.
Exactly. It isn't a fucking joke. And I think we all of us of a certain age can look at the weather and see how it's changed and how it's become, just more extreme. There's more, like tragedies around the world, like driven by like extreme weather forces that didn't happen fucking 40, 50 years ago.
No, we didn't used to have. Sorry, I was just saying,
observable.
Yeah, we've
yeah.
had temperatures of 44 plus degrees Celsius in some places here in Australia lately. Not, it's not a normal thing to have days that hot. It's approaching the 50 degrees Celsius mark.
Yeah, that's
Again,
every
Cypher,
year.
can you please translate that to freedom units?
That would be about 117 freedom units, I believe, is about 41 degrees Celsius.
No.
Oh, yeah, that's
fucking hot! Fucking hot!
Yeah.
Hot as balls.
No doubt. I agree. Let's get
I got the
Aimee in for a
fucking
second here. She's got some
pavement
viewer stuff for us.
Yeah, I do. Mike Bertelson says, I'm working on one about a guy who thinks pi is wrong, and he's figured out what it really is. Thor Logic of the Gods says, when Validation was born, the midwife slapped his father. And then Mike Bertelson comes back and says, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to slap the shit out of VB. Be right back.
Yeah, Mike.
And we got a
what
super
the-
chat too, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Amy.
Let me see if I can get a hold of it. It scrolled away from me. Here we go. It's from $20 American from Mr. Victory. He says the only thing left for Victim Boy for validation is to hand over his man card, bend over, and so he can stick his man card straight up his ass. Fuck him. Thank you so much, Mr. Victory.
Fucking right, son.
That was a great show. Awesome.
Yeah,
I love
and
it.
I'll be interested to see that video from Mike Bertelson. He always does really good stuff. If anybody in the live chat hasn't subscribed to his channel, what the hell? You living underneath a rock? Come on. You know, this upcoming video of his has got to be good because, you know, I'm sitting there trying to imagine if this asshole thinks that pie is wrong. What does he think it is? A pastry filled with fruit?
3.17, I think.
It depends.
3.14.
It's fucking simple, innit? I mean, that depends. If you're going to come round with an apple fucking pie and I want a steak and kidney fucking pie, then pie is wrong, pal.
That's the only time it's bad.
Otherwise, pie's fucking pie, you stupid cunt.
That's
I
funny.
can't believe I just said that. That's your fault, Tatty.
Oh, thank you.
So,
I'm glad you take the blame for that, man. But I tell you what, this boy
Proud of that idea.
is an absolute fucking pie. It's the best fucking description I've heard yet for him.
Yeah,
fucking
it is pie. It's pie, mate.
Fucking pie.
Yeah. I like pie, so, you know, we'll just keep it as it is. Fuck him. Chatty, do you want to play that autism trailer and then we'll queue up the next video for some debunking here?
Yep, my pleasure.
Awesome. This is a little trailer for a show that Aimee Hogan and I are bringing to the iNetwork here in the next few weeks or so, and it's a show about having and living with autism in your life.
Here we go, folks.
Cool. So that's a little preview of what we'll be bringing. I know it's very short and doesn't really show you much, but the show's just going to evolve as it does because that's kind of how the spectrum is, right, Amy?
Exactly.
Wow, Dick, that's the best you've ever looked, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, if anybody in the live chat's wondering how in the fuck did Dick Dawson all of a sudden become Mr. Rogers? Well, it was 13 hours in a barber chair and some seriously raw skin on his cheek.
Oh yeah, they shaved me down and taught me to speak. It was crazy, but you know, it worked. What are you gonna do? So Tatty, are we gonna do these in that note order then? So channel is Unexplained Mysteries, correct?
Correct.
All right, and the title of this video is NASA announced that something massive is lurking just outside of our solar system. So we'll give this video a try, everybody. You got your buzzers ready? We'll drop that website and that code again, and you know, we'll see how long this moronic bullshit can last on the panel.
Can I just answer that question? Yeah, the rest of the fucking galaxy, you dickheads.
Yeah, it's called the local group.
Well, I think you might enjoy that one.
Well, let's kick it in then, see what we got in here. Why not, right?
Yeah, man. Today.
It seems that many groups were mocked when they talked about a ninth planet. For the last few decades, the human race has increased its technology. What we thought was once impossible, we're now doing. This can be seen in recent advancements of robotics and artificial intelligence. However, one thing we are focusing on is space. Interestingly, researchers and scientists have come forward and said that they've discovered something massive in our solar system. They've described an object as being large and lurking in the outer reaches past Neptune. Interestingly, although NASA are now coming forward and saying this, allegedly, theorists who studied ancient maps and calendars have said that our ancient ancestors were aware of this object thousands of years ago. You may have heard about this planet before, and that's because it's made the news for allegedly being on a crash course with the Earth. This didn't happen, and it painted the whole Nibiru planet as being nothing more than a fictitious story. This-
we got a pause there. Yep.
Awesome.
Vishanti's in first.
I knew where this was going before he even started. I'm pretty sure I used to be subscribed to this channel, actually, but he's going to say Nibiru, isn't he?
Yes.
I bet you $1.
Yes, he's going to say that probably. But, I mean, this fucking planet must be going really slow because, I mean, if it's been, you know, outside of Neptune and it's been on a collision course with Earth for thousands of fucking years... I mean, how slow's it going? Was it like 40 mile an hour? Yeah, we'll get here eventually. Another
40,000-year-old orbit or something.
It might crash into Earth.
Yeah, the orbit would have to go out on the Oort cloud or something stupid. What the hell, man?
I mean,
And
we've
yet
got
people
fucking, we've
telescopes
sent
could
fucking
see it.
probes further into space than this fucking thing, and it hasn't hit us yet, and we've known about it for thousands of years. Are you fucking stupid?
Yes, Judd, he is very stupid.
Sorry, did I say that out loud? I keep doing that, don't I?
Yeah, we heard you. Logical,
yes.
you need it in, buddy.
Yeah, here's an unexplained mystery for you. Dumbasses like this that make these videos are so afraid of every fucking thing, including their shadow. They got one thumb stuck up their ass and the other thumb stuck in their mouth. How in the fuck are they even using the keyboard to use a video editor in the first place, much less upload it to YouTube? Are you fucking serious? Answer me that goddamn question first.
But these ancient Sumerian tablets that Zachariah Sitchin absolutely knew nothing about, he can't speak Sumerian, but he translated them, and it says this thing. Bleh.
Yeah, Stitching, Jesus Christ, don't get me started on that stupid motherfucker. You know, he can barely use the English language. How in the fuck is he going to speak Sumerian and read cuneiform?
It's, you know, it's the age-old trick. You make that shit up.
And you wonder if these people can't tie up their own goddamn shoelaces in the morning, how do they do this stuff? How do they put this stuff together? Velcro was made by NASA, and that's what you guys are using on your shoes because, you know, it's easier.
Yeah, they want something really to be afraid of. Bring them on down to Cave Town. I'll introduce them to Gracie.
There you go. Yeah, have something real to play with.
Is that the ancient ancestor of Lucille?
No. No, that's Lucille's a guitar. Gracie is a Crinklesaurus, not even close to related.
No, I was going to say Lucille, isn't that the bat they use on The Walking Dead?
That's what I was thinking.
I was thinking of BB King and Lucille the guitar.
I was like, you're going to club him?
funny.
That's pretty aggressive, but all right.
Too funny, too funny. Oh, number 6 is subscribed. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. That was that little R2D2 bleep. I got notice in the background because I can read it. I couldn't read it. It's too damn small on the screen for me.
Damn, first a barber chair, now reading lessons. We're betting 1,000 with Dick today.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's time. I got to look for glasses, and what are you gonna do?
You've got
you know,
fucking
age
glasses
and
on.
all.
Look at your fucking slick hair and those glasses on. You're saying, no, you need glasses. Those glasses don't fucking work, pal.
Yeah. They need a new prescription, right? Absolutely. Yeah, those ones are just for show, you know. Hollywood glass. But I don't know. What do you think? Should we go back to it and see what see what it's got to say?
May as well before it gets gonged. At this rate, we're going to need 25 freaking videos to get a 2-hour show.
I know. I'm wondering how this is going to play out.
Cool. Well, here we go, folks.
Said to be 2 stances on this planet. The first being that there was indeed a group of people that thought this planet was going to make contact with the Earth. These were known as people who had alleged powers and were told that something massive was going to impact the Earth. And they were given the date of 2003 when the alleged planet would come into our solar system and wreak havoc on everything nearby. This didn't happen, and so the date was moved to 2012, where once again nothing happened. Then there's another group that says ancient texts are pointed towards there being another planet that every so often makes itself known. And although some individuals have been mocked for believing in this,
I'm sure there is ancient texts that point towards my anus hole being fucking holy. But I mean, who gives a fuck? You know, it means fuck all. He's just blabbering shit.
Yeah, and it didn't happen because Nibiru doesn't exist. And what are these powers he's talking about from these ancient people that are predicting this? You know, peyote and magic mushrooms, for Christ's sake. There's nothing powerful about that except its ability
the Mayans had
to,
some really sick-ass astronomy skills, but I mean, they didn't have telescopes as far as we can tell, so there were limits to their knowledge.
Absolutely.
I hate to point out, but all these ancient, quote-unquote, ancient civilizations are dead. They're dead civilizations because they could not survive. Guess what? We're still here. We are the fucking ancients, people.
Or
Get
now.
with the program. Yes. We are the ancients. Get with the program.
Oh shit, I just remembered a story about Nibiru. I used to know this lady who swore up, down, left, right, and center that she had seen Nibiru and taken a photo of it with her iPad. She brought it into the group and showed it to us, and I was like, okay, so how do you know that's Nibiru? And she said that she had seen it on the internet, and I said, well, look, can you take this to the local astronomy, laboratory and have them test it? And she looked like she had never thought of that idea in her life, having it validated. And I was like, lady, if you saw Nibiru with your fucking iPad, every astronomer on the planet would have seen it.
Yes.
It would be headline news, yeah.
Yeah. It's like when you watch these fucking dumbass videos and it's like they've got the most amazing news. Like I actually fucking did a video. I took 2 videos about the moon that contradicted one another and done them on the same video anyway. It was basically saying that the moon collects people from the moon collect people from Earth and take them up there and then bring them back. They show them around, they put them on a train and show them the agriculture and all sorts of stuff there on the moon that we don't fucking know about, and then they put them back and they don't even swear them to secrecy because no one would believe them anyway. I mean,
South Park obviously told us the truth in their first couple of episodes with the anal probe episode, so the truth is out there, guys.
Yeah, I liken these Nibiru idiots saying that it's almost here, it's on its way, oh my god, we're all gonna fucking die, but it never fucking materializes. I want to say, Jesus Christ has been coming back for the last 2,000 years too, but the motherfucker hasn't got it here yet. What did he do? Take a rough turn in fucking Albuquerque, for Christ's sake?
Plus, anything that was careening towards Earth presumably would have to pass every single one of the gas giants first, and word has it that Jupiter's got quite a tug.
Yes. And another thing as well, when they actually talk about us being visited by aliens, and so aliens have actually fucking got the technology to travel interstellar and come into our solar system, have a look at us, and we haven't even fucking made the moon yet, because we're still building the pyramids. Oh, let's stop and help these people build some pyramids, and then we'll go off and fucking see another fucking star on the other side of another universe in another dimension. Yeah, right.
Just because, why not?
The Arcturians are coming, from thousands of light years away just to anal probe Billy Joe Bob in the trailer park,
What? Yeah. Aimee, you're up there, honey.
Yes, please. I have some great comments here. Mr. Victory says, The Revenge of Nibiru, Part 3. The Hickey monsters from the planet Nibiru's fourth moon, la la la. And your pal Al says, The Death Star blew Nibiru up. Chucky McNubbin says, ever notice how these cataclysmic event people make predictions, get it wrong, then post office box shift just like eBay scammers? And Lucky Boy, the Larry Lion says they are probably high on mushrooms and cocaine leaves in like a witch's brew, And then Chucky McNubbin comes back. Was that lady the same one who complained about daylight savings and said the extra hour of sunlight was fading her curtains?
Oh wow!
Fucking madness. Yeah, man. The comments are the best. Fucking, they're cracking up, man.
Oh yeah, gee whiz! No wonder people are making shows all the time. I would too. Wait a minute, we did.
Yeah, we still are, aren't we?
yeah, right.
Well, if you want us to fucking carry on, we will.
Yeah, why not, right? I would. I'd rather do this than just sit here and watch. I like to participate. It's
yeah.
It's fun, right?
Watch,
Well, it's just
Shall we?
Anything to say then, because it's coming back on.
Let's do it.
It seems that NASA are now backing up those claims. NASA have described it as being something large and that it's lurking in the far reaches of the solar system. Interestingly, recent studies have shown that whatever this object actually is having an effect on the Kuiper Belt rocks which can be found close to Neptune. This excited many as for years now there have been theories surrounding whether there was a mysterious Planet 9. And these recent revelations have proved there is something out there having effect on matter close by. Some astronomers have suggested this planet has around 5 to 6 times the mass of Earth.
Pause. This is absolute bullshit. It's not true. He's talking out of his fucking arse. There isn't another planet called Nibiru that some of us know about, and it's definitely there, but most of us that fucking know about planets in our own solar system don't know about it. It's absolute fucking bullshit. And if you lot don't, in the chat, don't fucking hit the gong, I will.
I mean, you know, there's the whole Planet X thing due to gravity or orbital perturbation, orbital oddities of Uranus and Neptune. Yes, that's it. Do lead us to, you know, a gravitationally, you know, decently massive body can be lurking out there, and we know we've got you know, some dwarf planets out there doing their thing in the whole ring. So that's all fine and dandy, but to come at us with this illogical crap is nonsense, and you know, logical's up.
Yeah, and he says NASA's backing up these claims. Yeah, I want to see that fucking file from NASA. Seriously, the only thing they've been reporting are dwarf planets in the Kuiper Belt. What is it, 5 or 6? Maybe 7 of them that they've found so far. And yeah, they're looking for more because they know that the mass, the way all the orbits are working, there's more mass out there, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's in the same freaking object. It's a bunch of little objects, you morons.
I mean, sorry, what was the mass? What was its mass compared to Earth? Wasn't it like 1.6?
He just said 5 to 6 times the mass of Earth.
5 to 6 times the mass of Earth. That's a pretty big fucking planet.
Oh yeah, we're not talking about small here.
I'm pretty sure that if you can see fucking Pluto with a fucking good telescope, you'll see this fucking big planet.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they've just demoted Pluto. It's no longer a fucking planet. It's too small, and this thing is 5 to 6 times the size of Earth, and we can't find it.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that T-shirt with Pluto on it, and it says, "I was big enough for your mom"?
I like it. Cypher's up. Cypher Zero.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out the absolute hypocrisy of using NASA as a source and then claiming that everything else that they ever put out is fake. Which way do you want it, guys? You can either have it one way or the other, but you can't go claiming that NASA is lying to us en masse and then go and say, "Oh, but they said this, so we're going to, you know, trust that." It just...
Yeah, but Cypher...
It's my theory, my conspiracy.
Yeah,
my book.
Unfortunately, confirmation bias and intellectual laziness is a thing.
Yeah, see, Cypher, I mean, you know, they cherry pick their little cherries, and then I like to ram the rest of the fucking cherries down their fucking throats, but they still don't get it, the stupid fucking idiots.
Exactly. And there's actually a really curious one. Bob the Science Guy gave us all a copy of an old mechanics magazine from way back in the 1920s when Tesla was alive. They quite often claim that Tesla said the Earth was flat. Not when you look at this magazine. He actually, there's a whole, I'll send it to you guys too to put up, but there's a whole thing where Tesla says we can send rockets to the moon. It is a globe. This one, you know, magazine completely wipes out that argument.
Well,
Love
it's
to
like
see it. That's awesome.
It's like the Encyclopedia Americana 1958 that mentions a dome in Antarctica. Now, this is an ice dome that's just something that's formed over, I believe, like mountain ridges. But, you know, they read just it's a dome, and it was 13,000 feet, and it was seen by an aeroplane. So you need to know. Don't read the rest. It's never been mentioned again. It's not in 1959 or 1960, or it's never mentioned again. But 1958, Americana, there it is,
Right.
the fucking dome over the Earth.
Oh, and it got the gong. So let's go to
did.
Aimee, everybody. She's got some stuff for us, and the gong has been sounded.
Absolutely. Doorknob Head says, imagine going to school where everyone talks full on Russell Brand. That's what I'm imagining right now. Ash Scott says, conspiracy nuts. The U.S. government has advanced tech from captured alien ships. Also conspiracy nuts. We don't have the technology to go to the moon. Thor Logic of the Gods says, isn't Nibiru where the Teletubbies live? And Ugly German Truth says, NASA has now discovered it. How would the ancient ancestors know about it if NASA took till now to see it? And Mike Bertelson says, if you have 4 pens, 7 apples, how many pancakes will fit on the roof? Answer, purple, because aliens don't wear hats. That makes more sense than this smuck said. Then Chucky McNubbin says, holy crap, way frickin' off, dude. The Kuiper Belt is on the other side of Pluto. Is Nibiru dude high on Sprite can fumes? And Thor Logic of the Gods says, we know there are lots of things out beyond Pluto, some of them potentially much larger than Pluto. Gravitic perturbations prove this, but it's not some super Earth-sized marauding rogue death planet.
Oh, I like it. That's really good. We got some awesome
I was
comments.
looking forward
Very
to taking
cool.
over a Death Star too. We need one of those.
Oh, that isn't a bad call. I mean, think about it. That blanket of security around the Earth. Who said? Oh, yeah, right. That was Iron Man. Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one alone. But it's still a good idea.
And it would have worked too if it wasn't for that pesky Mysterio. Just kidding. Ultron.
That's good. Oh, right on. So, let's see here. We've got a little preview of a show Anti-Flatter is bringing to the iNetwork, Anti-Flatter Skits. And this one is entitled Living with Conspiracy. And if I've given you enough time, are you ready now to play that? Did that work out okay?
That worked out lovely. Absolutely
All right.
lovely.
So we'll see you in a second, everybody, and we'll get a little wrap up and see what's going on and stuff in. And I don't know what the fuck. We'll figure it out. But let's play the video.
Oh, bro, I must say, apples have to be the nicest fruit ever. Ugh. You would say that. Well, yeah, because, bro, they're nice as. That and, they're central to your religion. Eh? What fucking religion? Your stupid globe religion? Bro, what the fuck? It's the fruit Adam and Eve ate, tricked by the devil. It's the reason why Isaac Newton used it when he made up his gravity. A, he didn't make up gravity. And B, bro, you just used a religious story. Bro, not even one that makes any sense. See, that's all you globies have. Insults. You can't even prove your so-called curve. Bro, the fuck? But you tried to insult me first. And what do you mean you can't prove the curve? Bro, you live in Wellington, G. Go down to the coast, all right, and look out. You can't see the South Island because it's hidden behind the curve. Okay, how did I insult you, huh? What, was it because I questioned your indoctrination about your stupid gravity? And no, the reason why you can't see the South Island is because your eyes can only see so far. It's called perspective. Look it up. Indoctrination? Bro, what the fuck are you on about? And, bro, if it was all just because of our eyes, bro, then why can you see the top of the island, but you can't see the beaches on a sunny day? Yes, indoctrination. And I've already said it's perspective. Fuck, you're a dumbass. Whoa, bro, who's using the name calling now? And fuck, if it's all just your perspective, then why is the island disappearing bottom up and not shrinking universally? You know what? I don't have to listen to your shit, okay? Why don't you do your own fucking research, hey? Watch some fucking Dubai and wake the fuck up. How the fuck is watching Dubai doing research? Hey, I'm not gonna force feed you this shit, alright? You brought it up, you do your own research. Brought this up? What the fuck, bro? I only said I like apples. Yeah, to try and shove your fucking globe earth bullshit religion onto me. The fuck, man? It's fucking flat. Now fuck off.
That's fucking
Love it.
brilliant, man. I love that. That was awesome.
What do you guys think? That's pretty cool, eh? He's got a
brilliant,
really
man.
great line of shows coming up.
Love it.
Love it.
That was spot on for every Flurf debate I've ever seen.
Yep.
Absolutely, man.
And
he's
Flat,
too funny.
Flatter does a pretty good imitation of Red's rhetoric. Just saying.
He does
I heard
a
that
good
too,
impression
Bull.
of a few Flurfs as it goes. Look, I mean, Reds is not a Flurf, I know, but he does a good Danny Pratt. He does a good Nathan Oakley. Yeah, a couple of his videos, he takes the piss. It's funny.
Yeah. Oh, he's hilarious. He's hilarious. So, so it looks like we got enough time to start one more video here. You know, we're not pushed yet. So let me go into the bag of tricks and see what we got. See what we got here. And we got we have Truth Seekers channel and their video entitled
It's the
10
law of the
things-
internet. Anybody
this
that
is-
has the name Truth in their channel name is going to be full of horse shit.
I heard the
right,
collective rolling of eyes around the room.
I know, and this one gets worse. Wait till you
I'm
hear
sorry,
this.
I'm sorry, but that's not entirely true. You're wrong there. I have a channel with a friend of mine called The Truth Is Not a Hoax, and there's truth in that channel. So fuck you.
Pick a number.
Anyway,
and,
crack on.
Yeah, Aimee just got kicked out of her account and everything. I don't know if she's back yet. Google's having a fit in the background again, so we never know what's going to go on here. Hopefully everything stays okay. But yeah, so it's Truth Seekers channel and their video entitled 10 Things That Might Prove Alien Existence on Earth.
Oh, this ought to be good.
No doubt. Petrified cow shit in a field. Here we go.
Yeah, a fucking sheep that's been cut in half.
Yeah, well, Daddy,
no
okay.
offense, Aimee, baby.
Yeah. Let's roll it, Tatty, and see what kind of crazy, nasty crap this is gonna be. You fucking prick.
I don't. I don't. That's fucked up. It's not coming through, man.
How big a rabbit hole are you sending us down?
Yeah, fuck, man.
I was just
Give me
going to
2
say,
seconds, folks.
we got a video that makes sense.
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds here, because that does kind of fuck up a wee bit. But we'll try that again.
Fucking squirrels.
Damn it, Chad. Get on the server.
They don't try, they're not that Pause. If 5% of the human race has been abducted by aliens, that means that, you know, literally they're going to take, at any given moment, there's going to be about a country's worth of people that just are missing on the spot. Like,
Yeah, I mean, 5% is not really a very big number, is it? I mean, like, I'd say let me think about this carefully now. I'd say 79% of my family have shagged me mum, but that's what we do as monkeys, you know. So you know, and that's a substantial number to think about, you know. I mean, I'm still trying to work out which one of me brothers is me dad, but you know.
How is it we haven't gotten Jutmonk into the Blacksite yet? What's going on? Chad, get on it.
No doubt, right? You have no idea what you're missing. Hey, Logical, you're up, buddy.
Yeah, he said that they can't prove that humans built the goddamn pyramids of Giza. Are you fucking serious? It's been archaeologically digging at it, you know, for over 100 fucking years. Of course we know. You know, do we know exactly all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that led up from the ground up? No, but we do know basically how it was made. And why do you only want to point at the pyramids of Giza? Did you forget that there's pyramids of Teotihuacan in Mexico? You know, have you forgotten that there's a city at the, you know, up in the Andes, also known as Machu Picchu? It was kind of built more or less the same way. You know, you can do a lot with stone chisels and sand. You really can. And humans are fucking smart. We build goddamn skyscrapers today. If aliens ain't building the fucking skyscrapers, we are. Yeah. We built the fucking pyramids too.
Yes. I mean, come on.
The thing I don't get here. The thing I don't get here is if you take 10 5-year-old children and put them in a room with a carpeted floor with an adult walking around on that carpet and give them all play blocks and say, build the tallest building you can that will stay stable as this person walks around, how long will it take before a child figures out the pyramid is the best way to do it? It's just natural. Hey, Dead Kennedy in Space is here. How's it going, buddy? You're up. Your floor. How are you?
Kennedy!
Hey.
Hello, freak bitches. All right. I'm going to make this as short as possible. I am both miserable and angry. Things are fucked right now. And thanks, Illuminati. I know it's your fault, but you don't have to point it out right now, okay? And I needed to reach out to the community, so I decided to just come on the show that I was supposed to be on anyway. So I have a question. What are we talking about, and how stupid is it?
Oh, God.
Horseshit and very.
Tatty, how many gongs do we have registered so far on this video?
Well, believe it or not, we have 2.
Oh, wow. Okay, we better get the link in the chat and get people onto this. But, yeah, it's crazy. So far, Kevin, there's no scientific proof that humans built the pyramids.
Kevin, but they haven't proved that fucking butterflies did it either.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here trying to figure out how does international immigration have anything to do with extraterrestrial life at all? You know.
What the video brought up immigration?
No, he said that 10 things that might prove the existence of aliens. So my first thought was international immigration has nothing to do with extraterrestrial life.
You guys, at some point, I'm going to link you to the video. It's a 3-hour debunking of the ancient aliens crap, and it shows very clearly how these people did actually use stone chisels and sand and all sorts of like basic pulleys to build these huge structures. They didn't need laser cutters. They didn't need electricity. They didn't need aliens. They didn't need magic or sound waves. They did it.
Long story short, they used physics.
Yeah, there's a natural slight impurity to the copper that the Egyptians had, which made it a little bit stronger. And all you need is a couple of people sitting there, and they sharpen your chisels as you go, and you keep handing them around in the way you go. It's very simple. It's been proven. Aimee, you probably got some stuff to do. We better turn to you here.
Yes, please. I've got some super chats. I had the first one. John Rapp gave us Australian $2. He said, sorry, but abduction does not mean alien probing. And then I've got the second one he sent again was another Australian $2. Sorry to interrupt, Kevin. Good day, mate.
I like it. Thank you, John. Thank you. Awesome. So, let's see here. Kevin, are you kind of caught up? Do you feel like you know what's going on now?
Yeah, and you know what? I haven't even seen the video, but I bet I can offer a rebuttal to everything that's been said in the video thus far. Here's how humans built the pyramids. Endless
No, we didn't,
supply of
apparently.
slave.
We can't prove that shit.
Endless supply of slave labor.
Yeah.
We can't prove that humans done it.
Endless supply of slave labor. End of.
Yeah, when you've got conquered people at your disposal, or you have people that truly believe in the wrath of these gods and therefore break their backs to work for it all day, you have an advantage that nobody in the modern day and age would have, and therefore we need cranes and stuff. But other people actually just wrapped rope around shit and dragged it around. It's really not that hard to believe. I just don't understand, you know? So let's play some more and get Kevin right into the flow.
Oh yeah.
Oh, before we do, can I ask a quick question?
Absolutely.
Yeah, give her.
Because I'm terribly unprepared for tonight. Could someone kindly introduce me to our guests and what they're about?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Precisely.
Hello, Kevin. I'm Cypher Zero. We've talked before a little bit when the Blacksite was forming. It's NASA Blacksite Area 69. I'm trying to get out everyone's IDs, but I need extra squirrels. They keep going off and having parties.
Aren't I supposed to be in charge of that?
Well, no, technically they're in charge of me. They just tell me what to do and how to do it, and it's never sort of worked out well. We're getting there, though.
Yeah, and hi, Kevin. I'm Vishanti. I'm one of your subscribers. I leave you comments sometimes. And I'm also on the NASA Blacksite, and I'm the ninja that runs the back end.
Indeed. She keeps the place clean.
All right.
Cool.
You're our Aimee.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I tell you what, she's been rubbing my back end all night. I'm fucking loving it.
I don't know that I'm quite of Amy's caliber, but I serve the same basic function.
Here, we got a good comment in from Thor, Logic of the Gods. Sorry, I can actually read and speak at the same time. I've seen this video. So to answer the points in order: 1, fuck off. 2, fuck off. 3, fuck off. 4, fuck off. 5, fuck off. 6, fuck off. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, you got it. Fuck off.
Fuck off. I love Thor.
Yeah, very good. All right, well, let's fire up some video and get it in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Pause.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you make the leap from a big stone to a rocket station? How the hell does that work?
Dick, it's clear and obvious. It's because it's tilted like a rocket.
What the fuck is a rocket station
so
anyway?
Obvious.
I mean, in the position it's in, it would have made more logical sense to think to yourself, wow, a massive man of rock laid here and he lost his penis. Because
can I just say
so I
something?
think the term they're looking for is launch pad.
Right, I know what a launch pad is, but a rocket station, they make it sound like it's some kind of public transit.
I think they just got the words wrong.
No, they got more words wrong, but anyway.
What pisses me off, right, is they're like absolutely baffled how a man could have fucking possibly built a pyramid. They're fucking. I haven't actually seen them for real, and I suppose there's people in the chat and maybe some people on the panel that fucking have seen them for real. But impressive. But we've done fucking better than that. I mean, for fuck's sake, I've got a phone in my hand and I'm running a live stream. For fuck's sake, what? And you think like we couldn't have built a pyramid a few thousand years ago? For fuck's sake, what is wrong with you lot? I mean,
Have you ever
I can drive down the car and just fucking fill it up with fuel, and that's been floated halfway around the world, and then I can just fucking go online on my phone and book a holiday, and then just get on a plane and fly somewhere else. We couldn't possibly have fucking built a pyramid.
Modern life, amazing, right? Logical, you're up there, buddy.
Yeah, I was just thinking when he was playing that stupid horseshit, there's 3 really good reasons why ancient people actually built these big monolithic structures. 1, because they could. 2, because it was a symbol of their power. Because as we all know, bigger is better, which is why the Shills is here. And 3, because mortar hadn't been invented yet. If you did it in a bunch of little bitty pieces, you gotta cement the shit together. That comes about 800 to 1,000 years later. Bite me. Fuck off.
Exactly. Good one, man. Vishanti, you're up.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Do you ever notice that they don't do this crap to like European sites? It's only Middle Eastern and Southeast Asian and South American and Central American sites. Gee, I wonder why that is.
Construction issues, maybe.
Construction issues.
Differences. There's and a few things that could get me in trouble if I said the wrong way.
Yep.
When has that ever stopped you?
I know, but I'm trying to be better. You know how it is. Speaking of which, let's turn to Aimee for a minute here. Saved me.
Thank you. I've got some great comments here. Mr. Victory says, does this guy also think the tickle monster is a real monster too? It makes more sense than this pyramid crap. Colon says, so 5% of the population of
the tickle monster is not real?
No.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
That's okay. Colon says, so 5% of the population of Earth has been abducted by aliens. That's the equivalent to the population of America. 375 million. What are they doing? Building a stormtrooper army for the Sith? That's a lot of poopers to probe.
Damn right, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be full of shit.
Yeah, it is. Mike Bertelson says the mechanics to move large stone to build a pyramid is actually pretty basic, especially with a lot of manpower. Ugly German Truth says, so if you have a lot of people with a ginormous amount of time, you can do friggin' glorious stuff. Justin Oman says some of Egypt's woo stems from modern titles of phenomena. The ancient name for Egypt was Kemet, and alchemy became alchemy, and so algebra became algebra in Latin. It's just a bunch of woo made up. The philosopher of nonsense says he believes that the aliens were built by the pyramids. Mr. Victory says, oh man, big numbers are going to mess with their heads.
Shout out there to another Blacksite squirrel out there in the chat.
Yep, this is just more evidence to me that stupid is outbreeding genius at an exponential rate. 6,000 years ago, we could build these monolithic structures like the pyramids and Petra and all kinds of other things around the world. And now, in the early 21st century, at the dawn of space tourism, we have dumbasses that are so fucking stupid. They're looking at these big-ass rocks saying, but how'd they do that?
But also the obvious, why did they make it out of huge ass stone? Well, we're seeing them 5,000 years later, so
Yeah, and if you see the Middle East, it's all big ass stones.
Yeah,
that's right. It's not like they had structural steel back then, now is it?
Yeah.
The aliens hadn't showed them how to use that yet.
No, that's right. And they obviously had things like wheels and chariots and whatnot, so they would have, taken those smaller vehicles and figured out how to move bigger, heavier things with them.
That's right.
Yeah, all throughout history, we use the building materials that are the most abundant at hand. In the Middle East, that's rocks.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a clip from an Ancient Alien show I seen once where that goddamn moron with the hair, he says, yeah, that's it. He says, well, you know, and at this site, you're like 800 feet above the tree line. So they didn't have logs for rollers. 800 feet. Are you telling me that they couldn't just go 800 feet and go, oh, okay, yeah, the trees are here. Let's cut one down. Like, what?
They actually use so many trees on Easter Island that there's not trees now.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but the fact that the face of our fucking planet is constantly changing all the time, it's like basically a fucking big ball of soup. It's moving around so much. All right, geologically, it fucking, you know, for us, it's like rock, but it's moving about, you know, it's fucking constantly changing. So, oh, yeah. So, yeah, of course, aliens built the fucking pyramids and then, bollocks.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. He's about to do the Easter Island, so shall we let it go? Oh,
hey Dick. Have you looked at the buzzers?
My system is empty. Oh, I see you, but I never heard you go in. Yeah, go for it. Sorry. Cool. Let me go check voice meter. I might have an issue with one of my inputs. Hold on.
That was right after Logical was talking, because I wanted to kind of piggyback on what he was saying about how stupid's taking over. I wish I could remember the name of this movie, but there was a movie I saw once where a guy said essentially, I'm like paraphrasing, but he said the difference between someone like Aristotle or Plato and a chimpanzee. The distance between a person and someone like Aristotle and Plato is greater than the distance between a standard person and a chimpanzee. And just with what we've got on screen right now, the huge statues on Easter Island, still unexplained. What's unexplained about them?
Absolutely nothing.
I've never... Like, even growing up...
It's obvious, isn't it, Kevin? Can you name every single one of them? I mean, do you know what their names were when they were chiseled out by some dickhead?
Even when I was growing up, there was never a mystery to Easter Island. It was like, they're weird, but we know what they are.
Yeah, and they're not. It's not like Easter Island has unbelievable carving or anything. They're not actually all that good. You know, it's not like inner box carved stone or anything. It's just basic face shapes. It's no big deal.
And they have lower halves. You don't see them because they buried them, but there's like they have hands and like stomachs and torso. So what?
Yeah.
Movement.
Yeah, the chat is called for one definitive answer right now, and that is no.
Bash.
No.
There we go. Say no to the stupid. All right. Well, speaking of saying no to the stupid, let's play a little bit more, and we'll drop that buzzer link in the chat here again if you want to vote the video off. You know, we'll get everybody attuned to doing this, and you know, we'll see if it lasts. And we're coming close anyway, so you know, we'll get it together here. Let it run, Daddy. Let's see where we're at, buddy. And there is the gong, ladies and gentlemen. The Egyptian light bulb was all anybody could take.
That's about it.
So do we get to make some comments about that then?
Yep. Wrap up time. Yep.
Are we able to bring that final image back up on screen? Because holy shit, come on, that's some like Kent Hovind level of what do you call it? Pareidolia. Oh, come on. Look at that. That's evidence of electricity.
I know.
Why?
Yeah, that's
where?
the Dundera light bulb.
Yeah.
How?
I mean, I think that the thing it's coming from, I think, is supposed to be a plant.
It's a lotus flower.
It's a lotus flower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, it is.
So it's probably something to do with flowers and the rays of the sun.
It's I watched this on a Ancient Alien debunk. I just posted the link in the chat. It's literally a piece of art that is related to their creation story. So it talks about the snake, the cosmic energy, the lotus flower, and then all of that sort of mythology mixed into this art. In context to an Egyptian, they would know what that was. But you never see the Dendera light bulb outside of this one cropped picture. So that's not, you can't get a full story from that. And anybody who doesn't know anything about ancient Egyptian mythology, which is most people, they see that and go, it's a light bulb. It's not.
Yeah. Well, when you look at it closely too, you can see that. You can see that the tail of the snake is not touching the lotus flower bottom itself. And as such, even though they don't know what a filament was, it couldn't be one. So it doesn't work on any level. It's just stupid.
Yep.
Well, there is the Baghdad battery, if anyone knows that one.
I do like that one. That's cool.
Yeah.
But that's actually, that uses science and chemistry. That's not just a piece
Baghdad
of
batteries
art.
are just plain neat.
Yeah,
they are.
We should turn to Aimee. Sorry, everybody. She was waiting there for a bit. Oh, did I catch her off guard? Okay,
She's
cool.
still fucking waiting there for a bit, isn't she?
I have a super chat from John Rapp for $2 He says, artists are aliens? Makes sense. I dated one once. And then I have some good comments. Ash Scott says, thank you so much, John. Ash Scott says, what kind of basement dwelling hippie can't get their head around people dragging heavy shit with ropes? In the 1700s, a rock weighing 1,250 tons was dragged to St. Petersburg. The Romans dragged obelisks up to 800 tons, all the way from Upper Egypt to Rome. When you're incredulous of hard work and resourcefulness, it tells the world a lot about your employment status and intellect. And then Doorknob had said, Easter Island, it's the why question that tends to get their panties in a bunch.
Yeah, that is true too, because they do go on. They do the whole, what is it for, what it's all about stuff, and well, it doesn't change the fact that they're there.
Yeah, and that comment he had on that video about that the Giza pyramids were direct opposite on the globe from Easter Island. So fucking what? It's a sphere. It's a three-dimensional object. I'm sitting here in my hometown, and I can draw any number of lines any way I want through the globe and connect to something interesting and say, it means something. No, it doesn't. It means we live on a three-dimensional fucking sphere, you morons.
I'm directly opposite you on the globe there, Logical.
Yeah, I was trying not to talk about you being under me, but that's okay.
If there wasn't a planet in the way, I'd be able to see out more skirts.
I'd just be able to fucking see all of you, basically.
Right?
So, does anybody want to throw a wrap up in on all that nonsense?
I mean, these fundamentally fucked up. I mean, we're talking about globe denying, space denying fucking idiots who weirdly believe that aliens come from outer fake space, have come down and built some fucking pyramids for everybody. Brilliant. But I tell you what, man, these barbarically stupid fucking imbecilic morons who's embraced with realness the real world, the absolute facts, the fucking evidence that we have gathered over millennia that fucking prove where we live, where we come from, and yes, we are still filling in gaps, but fucking hell, man. Come on. Get a grip.
Yep.
We have a working model.
Yeah. And we have such a history of knowledge that has been gained by proper scientific method, research and study and observation, that to discount it while you sit in your armchair just judging things off the cuff and on the fly is just so moronic. It's not funny. Like, holy man.
I mean, these fucking idiots. Go on.
Oh no, sorry. I was just going to say, imagine if all the current scientists we have were at the intelligence level of Anthony Riley in his little experiment. Anthony Riley didn't even know there's a layer of egg in an eggshell. A layer of air just underneath an eggshell. Had no idea.
And you learn that in basic school. You poke the egg with a pin to get the air out and whatnot. So then, doesn't that have something to do with doing Easter eggs when you're a child?
Cypher,
Yes,
please never use the words intelligence and Anthony Riley in the same sentence ever again.
Anthony Riley.
And to be perfectly fair to... Go ahead,
fucking idiot. I mean, they're all fucking idiots. I mean, these fucking idiots, they just simply can't understand the very basic fucking reality of the simple fucking shape of the fucking thing they're standing on.
I'd like to take this opportunity to reissue a challenge to Anthony Riley to have a discussion with me on physical mathematics. I'm not good at math, but I can absolutely prove that physical mathematics
That's okay, neither is he.
is a thing.
Yeah,
he wants to debate me, but then it went quiet, and then I got busy.
Oh,
so.
I did challenge him to a debate until he accepted. Until I told him the topic, physical mathematics, and he backed straight out.
I bet. I wouldn't doubt that at all. Dead Kennedy, you're up, buddy.
Riley also commented on my channel once and said he wanted to have a discussion with me, and I said yeah, and then he never replied. So screw you, Riley. You're a little bitch.
Yep.
And also, in response to everything Jutmonk was saying, Jutmonk, you're not understanding, man. This is an egg.
Yeah, that's not an egg. This is an egg.
Yeah, but is this fucking egg off, or are you just gonna put salt in the water? Either way, it'll fucking float, and it has absolutely nothing to do with disproving the fact that things fall to the fucking planet because of this thing that we understand as gravity.
You got it, man.
See that?
Where's that desert file clip?
It's like having a toy monkey with like a little crank. All I have to do is quote Anthony Riley, and he just goes off.
So I'm thinking we might have the birth of a conspiracy right here on the Shills, ladies and gentlemen. It appears that Anthony Riley is chicken to debate someone on physical mathematics. Therefore, Anthony laid the egg.
I love it. Yeah.
I just want to say quickly in regards to the video we've been watching, you know what I've learned most recently about a lot of these conspiracies? A lot of conspiracies in general, more frequently than not, the truth ends up being way more interesting. You know, like with aliens built the pyramids, I'm left going, why, when, for what purpose? Like, I'm left with so many questions. And the truth is just a monumental achievement of human engineering. That's way more interesting.
Yes, absolutely, and exciting. And do you know what? Also, like you're saying that. Oh fucking! I can't remember what I was going to say. Carry on.
I was going to say,
even
in response to what you were saying is that not only is the truth more interesting, but even ancient aliens, up until this season at least, they ask those questions. Who are they? Where did they go? Will they come back? Even they don't have an explanation for why they suddenly showed up and then fucked off to God knows where.
Yeah.
What I was going to say.
No, go ahead, Jutmonk.
What I was going to say is, quite often, like, you'll explain a story or something that's happened to you, and it's just been a fucking crazy day, and then you'll say to someone, you can't make this shit up. You know what I mean? Because that is human life. I mean,
yeah, man.
I'm a monkey, so I don't fucking understand it. You lot are fucking weirdos.
So my question is, the tools that they would have had to have used, how come they didn't leave any of those behind? How come we haven't
But they
found
did.
Oh, they did.
You mean the
aliens? Yeah, why didn't the aliens leave it?
Microwaving in the fucking ancient era.
Yeah, I've read stories of apparent, paper thin sheets of material that they would use to levitate the stones that they were moving and whatnot. And so, like, how come none of that was left over? Where are all the the high tech, scientific-y, alien-y bits of toolery that they used?
Well, I mean, we were too primitive to operate it ourselves, so they had to take it with them.
Good point.
Yeah, you can't have that because we've got to take it back because we only actually rented it out. We've only got it for 2.5
it was on
years, and we got to take it back.
It was on loan. Hey, Logical, you're up there, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, when faced with their own dumbassery, a dumbass has several choices to choose from. They can A, acknowledge their dumbassery and self-educate so they can evolve from dumbass to intelligent human being. Or B, they can acknowledge their dumbassery and blame it on the man for keeping them down. Or C, they can deny their dumbassery and try to make everybody else as big of a dumbass as they are so that they don't have to feel like a dumbass anymore. So, given that the natural predilection of a dumbass is laziness and intellectual dishonesty, which one of those do you think they're actually going to choose?
You forgot D. You forgot D, which is quite a big one for me. Or sit in a tree, scratch your fucking nuts, and don't give a fuck. Just watch everyone else. So is that one?
They definitely take this a little too far at times. It makes you wonder, are they just pulling it because they're on YouTube and trying to wrap up the views? Do they really buy this? I mean, it goes pretty far at times, man. It's crazy.
I just want to really quickly read Doorknob Head's comment in the chat. What if your ass was smarter than you were?
Wow.
I actually have something for that. I quite often use the saying, does your ass get jealous of the amount of shit that dribbles out of your mouth?
I like it. That's
I
a
would
good
say
one.
that your ass seems to be sat beneath your nose.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, good one coming in from John Rapp. We'll wait for the sound here. I just saw the bleep.
Think the sound will come.
Okay. Yeah, we might not have the sound. So John Rapp's in Super Chat, Australian $2. Pyramid builders and Easter Island sculptors rock. And I totally agree. Good shout. Awesome. Let's check with Aimee here.
Yeah, got some. Whoops. Did I do it?
Oh.
No, okay, good. Sorry.
Sorry, Aimee. Let me put my pants back on.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. I was distracted by Jutmonk.
By nothing.
Mike Bertelson says, to quote Anthony Riley, there's no science for a flat earth. Your pal Al asks, can we egg Riley's house? And then Philosopher of Nonsense says, but Riley is always laying eggs. Mr. Victory says, little Riley, the first time she said a bad word and the only time ever she says a bad word was watching a Riley video with me. And she said, the fucking idiot.
No swearing.
I was like, well, yes, he does. And then Jin Shu says, so that's what is in the so-called vault under the Sphinx's front legs. And the conspiracy has a good question too. He says, what's the worst flurf argument?
Oh,
anytime
that's a really good one. Well, Dead Kennedy in Space is on the list here, so why don't we turn to him for an answer and his comment?
The worst flat Earth argument is the Earth is flat.
Do you know what? You took the words right out of my fucking mouth. I was going to say, their worst argument? The fact that the Earth's not a fucking globe, basically.
I would actually like to challenge that one. I think their worst argument is water finds its own level and doesn't curve. Have they ever not gone to the beach and watched waves?
I know.
Or seen a singular drop of water or something like that.
I was just about to say, a raindrop. I mean, they're all flat as fuck raindrops, aren't they?
Yeah,
no, they're not. Sorry. Yeah, they're fucking curved. Like the curve, you stupid thick fucks.
Every raindrop has its own flat Earth and an ice wall and a dome, so it can stay round.
Dick Dawson, you did a terrible thing by handing that question to me because I had something else to talk about, and now I've forgotten what it was.
Oh, sorry, dude. I thought you would keep going, but
What were we talking about directly before that? Help me out.
I got lost in that moment. I can't pull back. It's not working. Logical. Do you have any idea where we were there?
Yeah, we were talking about dumb fucks and dumb fuckery.
Well, I mean, that's what we always do.
That's the same thing we do every night, Pinky.
Riley and eggs, pyramids, aliens and pyramids.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember now. I remember what it was. Aimee, do you realize what your son has become? Have you ever seen the movie Demolition Man?
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, Logical just got it. Logical knows exactly what I'm talking about. There's a great invention in the future in Demolition Man where a machine on the wall yells at you every time you swear, and it goes, "You have been fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute." And it spits out a ticket at you.
That's my son.
Oh, that's awesome.
He
That's
chases
awesome.
me around wherever
just-
I go if I say
makes-
something too.
It makes me laugh every time, just every time in the background. No swearing.
Yeah. Well, let's get around the table for some wrap ups then. You know, we're pushing our usual time limit. We better get to it. So let's see here. Where do we go? Barman has been muted the whole night and hasn't said anything. Barman, are you even there? You know, I was thinking maybe he just, put down the headphones and got drunk with the wife or something, because I don't think he's there at all. Oh, he is here. He is here.
I'm here. Yeah, I've just been enjoying to your chat because I'm just knackered, and I thought I would listen to it, and if I can stay awake, I'll enjoy the whole thing. And if I've got something really good to say, I'll say it. But I've just been laughing at you a lot, and it's good to see Kennedy coming in late at the end. It's like, yay, everyone's here almost. And I have to say, I really enjoyed Flatter's video. That was awesome.
He's nailing it, eh? Isn't that going to be amazing?
Oh,
I can't wait to see where it goes. And what did you think of Gong Show debunking?
I really like that idea because I do feel sometimes we've spent a little bit too much time on video. People might get bored. This way, they're never going to get bored. And if they do, we can just tell them off it's their own fault.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought that worked great. It's cool that we had you as an outside opinion tonight. I don't know how that works out, but Oh, right on. So let's see here. We better keep going around the room. So how about steaming cup of reason? Thoughts and wrap ups? What do you got for us, buddy?
Oh man, not too much. What do we got here? First of all, we got Validation Boy, the biggest fart bubble that ever lived. Then we got some idiot who'd probably be seeing a wet Nerf ball stuck on the window. He'd jump under his bed, going, "The Bureau's coming! The Bureau's coming!" And then we got another shithead who can't fucking tell shit from Shinola and can't understand that Sahara Desert's got fucking tons of sand to make ramps to push the fucking boulders up. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's just one stupid after another.
Yeah, well said, man. Well said. I like it very much. Awesome. Logical Troglodyte. How about yourself, man? Thoughts and wraps?
Yeah, dumbasses are just gonna dumbass, and what are you gonna do besides come on the shills and make fun of the fuckers? Because it's like, come on, we didn't need aliens to help us map the human genome. We didn't need aliens to help us discover advanced forms of metallurgy. We didn't need aliens to figure out how to build gigantic skyscrapers, and we didn't need fucking aliens to figure out how to rub 2 sticks together to make fire. Nor did we need aliens to actually make a basic geometric shape known as a pyramid.
Exactly. Right? Why take credit away from us? What the hell did we do wrong? What come on, Kevin Kennedy, your turn, buddy.
I mean,
there he is.
I think I kind of said everything I wanted to say in the previous thing, that just the reality of the situation is way more interesting. You know what? Here's what I'll do to close it out, because we just got a super chat and it prompts me to say something a certain way, sort of. It doesn't directly, but I want to do it anyway.
Okay.
So Mr. Victory for $15. Thank you so much, my friend. He said, idea for the Gong Show debunk. Every time a video is buzzed off, we can drop an egg on Sleepy Warrior's head and a note saying, "Fucking gravity! Gravity, you fucking retard!"
You've ever heard of fucking gravity?
I love it. Awesome. Oh, man. Thanks, Mr. Victory. That's a wicked shout, man. You're the best. We love you. Right on. It's a good idea, too. What we need is, some joke animations and stuff to close out the gong moment and really sell it. I like that very much. So, definitely on it. I love it. Jutmonk, your turn, buddy.
I've just got a question, really. Before the aliens built the pyramids, I mean, did Did they pop here to have a look at the dinosaurs? Did they help them with anything, or did they just fucking think, no, well, fuck them off? I mean, did they kill the dinosaurs? The aliens killed the dinosaurs. Shit,
Drop the rock on them.
Yeah,
Ancient aliens thinks they did.
No, these dinosaurs are thick as shit. Let's throw a massive rock on the planet and then see what else happens. And then along we pop along, and then they're like, yeah, these guys are they're idiots. Actually, let's build them some pyramids.
Yeah,
There are some nutcases that would suggest that the whole planet is a petri dish for aliens to create, the perfect weapon and whatnot, and that's ended up being us. So that's another one.
We're
the dinosaurs didn't cut it, so they just dropped a bloody big rock on them.
We're the perfect weapon, are we? How are we the
Apparently.
perfect weapon? Like,
we're killing ourselves pretty well.
Yeah, exactly. By slowly killing ourselves.
Jutmonk.
One by
You know
one,
how-
picking off all the greatest animals on our planet whilst poisoning our fucking planet. Yeah, we're brilliant.
That's yeah.
I was gonna say, Jutmonk, that's what we are. You take us to any livable planet, we will destroy it. Just give us a couple thousand years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man,
Logical,
you
you're up
can't
there,
take
buddy.
humans anywhere.
Yeah. Logical. Is he there?
Yeah, sorry, it took me a moment to reach the button. You know what? I'm starting to become an old man, and at my age, I'm thinking about my end of life, and I'm thinking about putting something in my will, and I thought I'd run it by you guys. You remember the old medieval knight coffins where they had the stone carving of themselves of whoever was in the coffin lying in state? I want to be buried like that. I want the top of my coffin carved with me lying there in state with a huge fucking erection and a little description that says, if you think the earth is flat, it's not. Suck it. What do you think?
Yeah.
I'll put in a vote yes for a vote for yes.
Okay.
I like
I
it
vote
too.
yes.
I like it. So let's see here. Who is next on my list here? Oh, Booleanator. We're at thoughts and wrap ups, buddy.
Well, to piggyback off what Logical Troglodyte just said, I want to be buried face down so that anybody who doesn't like me can kiss my ass. But that aside, that ain't the first, I don't know. And the guy at the beginning, Validation Boy, that first of all, that guy's a fucking asshole. And if I ever walk up to him on the street, he won't be walking. I will just sock him down and keep on going because that's about all the time I have for that guy.
You've got more time for him than I do.
Yeah, well, I happen to be autistic, and it pisses me off when people sit there and use his abilities the way he does. It's just ridiculous. It pisses me off.
It's disgusting, is what it is.
It is. It absolutely is. As far as the 10 proofs of aliens, well, it's why would aliens build pyramids? The why is what gets me with every single
Because
time.
reasons.
Yeah. Well, these reasons don't make any sense. So fuck off with that. Until you come up with a really good reason that makes sense and have something to back it up, kick some fucking rocks. Go.
Yeah, Bull, it's obvious why they built the pyramids. It's obvious why they built the pyramids. Fucking clear as day. Because after a long journey like they've had, they were fucking bored and they wanted to do something, so they thought, fuck it, let's make some pyramids.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Everybody knows it.
We know the aliens made the pyramids because otherwise, how did we end up with Stargate? And where would Ra and Apophis have landed their spaceships?
That's right.
Yeah, I think that's Stargate, right? I never actually watched that one, but I know. Give me shit
That's
now.
flat enough, right? Kansas is flat enough. You could have landed the goddamn things in Kansas.
Fucking Christ, Dick. You're a nerd and you're Canadian and you haven't watched Stargate?
I know. I didn't like the movie very much. What can I say? I thought it was
the series is nothing like the movie. Nothing whatsoever.
Yeah,
it
you
takes
guys
the
keep
cool
trying to
idea
tell
of
me.
a liquidy gate in space and runs with that and nothing else.
And do they MacGyver it with an elastic band, a battery, and a paper clip? Like, it's just, come on, man, you know?
Come on, it's great. Give it a try.
It's funny. It's funny you should say MacGyver too. It's really funny.
Well, I did that on purpose, right? You know, I mean, Canadian actor and all, right? Let's see. Let's give Tatty a chance to get in here with what he thought of these people tonight. I mean, he's half responsible anyway, so.
Oh no, man! I tell you, the amount of stupid that's out there on these tubes, it's fucking unbelievable. And then you get arse pieces like that fucking VD boy, or fucking whatever the hell you want to call him. I know what I'd like to call him, but I don't think it's broadcastable. But dear God, no. He's just an arse piece.
Venereal disease boy, is that what you was looking for?
Indeedy. Indeedy. VD boy. All the fucking way. And as for these fucking numpties with their fucking Nibiru and fucking aliens built the pyramids and the fucking Egyptian light bulbs, fuck off. Just get to fuck, man. Stop breathing and get to fuck.
I agree. It's perfectly well said, you know, and coherent. So well done. Awesome. So, let's get to Aimee, air thoughts and wrap-ups here, and then we'll turn to our guests for the last word of the evening.
Awesome. Thank you. And we did get 2 super chats in the meantime. NA for $2 American says, makes perfect sense if you never think about it. John Rapp for Australian $2 says, what is wrong with you, Dick Dawson? Stargate SG-1. Thank you so much.
Stargate SG-1, is that the TV show then? Because I don't remember that being part of the movie title.
That's the one. That's the one with MacGyver in it, and then there's Atlantis, and what's another one? What's it called? Universe.
Yeah, there was one called Universe, but that one lasted for like 1 season.
So they just Star Trekked it right into the ground, did they?
Pretty much.
They did.
Pretty much.
They did.
Okay, well, I'll check out the first couple episodes of Stargate SG-1. That's the first one, right? I'll check out the first couple episodes and I'll report back and let everybody know. How about that? Is that fair? Is that good?
You've been saying the
Sounds
same thing
good.
about The Princess Bride for a year now, so I ain't buying it.
Why do I want to watch that movie? It sounds like it's for little girls. I don't get it.
Wait, you haven't watched Princess Bride? What the hell's wrong with you?
No,
He's a heathen.
No, I watch documentaries and play guitars and stuff.
it's like the
it's not
film-
what I do.
My name
It's
is
like the
Inigo
film-
Montoya. You killed my childhood, Dick. Prepare to die.
What is
Seen the
this?
film? Has anyone seen the film True Romance?
Is that a Schwarzenegger movie?
No,
No, that's True Lies.
that's True
Ah,
Lies.
yeah, that's right.
No, True Romance is it's a Tarantino movie. Awesome. Oh no, I remember saying True Romance, no thanks, and I watched it and I was like, what a fucking cracking film.
It goes on the list
That's
of
it.
watches now.
Yeah, man, it's fucking banging. It's about a big coke deal that goes wrong, and there's fucking this hooker gets hooked up with this dude, and it's obviously there is true romance in there along the way, but banging movie, man. I really like Tarantino, cracking dude. We'll have to have him on the show.
I'm not sure what was said there. I have no idea.
True
I
romance
guess-
with a hooker and $20 and Tarantino.
Yeah, I guess it's a movie.
I
Yeah.
was just telling you
So
about
let's-
last night.
Okay, let's. Aimee, were you done there? Let's.
No.
No, okay. So let's get back to Aimee here. I don't know what happened there. Right, we got sidetracked because I don't watch SG-1 or whatever it's called. So Aimee, keep going there, please.
Oh, sure. Oh my God. Yeah, Validation Boy is definitely not even worth the venereal disease that he's named after. And how come nobody has really discovered these new planets that they claim? I mean, if there's a new planet discovered, we know about it. It's in the news even. I mean, mainstream media will have it. Same as when like Pluto was demoted to it's a dwarf planet now. We knew about it. It was in the news. You know, when we flew by it, we saw the pictures in the news. You know, it's just these people are so dumb. It's just really stupid.
There was even that massive Facebook page that was called "When I Was a Lad" or "When I Was a Kid, Pluto Was a Planet," and it just took off. Did you hear about that? Yeah, man.
Modern news reporters are freaking really good at their job. They were able to figure out that Bill Clinton got a blowjob underneath his desk, and they weren't even in the goddamn room. So yeah, if we're gonna find something as big as a planet 5 to 6 times the size of the Earth, they're gonna know.
Logical. The way I always describe that scenario is there were only 2 people involved, and one of them had their mouth full, and still people found out.
Yeah, no kidding. You know. So anyway, moving on, as they say.
All right, so let's turn to the first of our 2 awesome guests tonight from NASA Blacksite 1969. Or no, it's 69. Ooh, that's way cooler. I love that. I think it's awesome. Cypher Zero, thoughts and wrap-ups. Floor is yours.
Thank you. I'm glad I cut salt out of my diet many years ago, added to food, because you have to take a lot of it with this bullshit. Like a lot of salt. And again, it blows my mind how I used to think about conspiracies and whatnot, and after many years figured out that most of them were crap and still are crap. And having gotten into the flat earth thing, it still blows my mind sometimes. I can sometimes see how they start to believe this crap and how it might make sense to them. But then when you actually look into actual scientific papers and whatnot, you figure out pretty quickly. And it's just crap. Salt. Lots of it. Needed.
You definitely, the grain of salt is not a grain of salt. You literally need it delivered weekly by a truck.
Exactly. Daily, even.
See,
yeah.
but I kind of agree with you, because I was the same. It was the very first time I heard that I see a flat earth video and it was being debunked. I was like, this is a joke. And then you look at it and you're like, oh my God, this is for real. There are actually fucking idiots out there that think this shit.
And it's really concerning, especially, again, going back to sleeping dumbass. Help me try to sneak flat earth into university. Why would you need to sneak it in if it were an actual, valid scientific theory into a law university of all places?
If it was open for discussion,
Exactly.
Like, I mean, God, for fuck's sake. Oh, they're so stupid.
Literally, the only places you can find any of this shit is on YouTube, BitChute, places where conspiracy-minded people are going to go and look at things that just aren't true at all.
Yeah, and on the same channel, you can also watch a monkey throw poo at someone from a cage, I mean, whatever you want to see is on YouTube. So it doesn't mean it's all fucking true, although monkeys do throw poo, trust me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of a barrage before at the zoo.
Not from me, pal, because I make sure I hit you in the mouth.
Sydney Zoo. They wouldn't let you into Sydney Zoo.
Can I just say, I freaking love our audience, because there's so many people going off on Dick for saying that The Princess Bride is a girls' movie. Fucking Dick says he hasn't seen Men in Tights. Get out of here, man.
No, I've seen that, but nobody put Robin Hood first, so I didn't know what they were talking about. I know Mel Brooks, though.
All right.
Yeah, I have seen everything by Mel Brooks. Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not much of a media consumer in a way that I would know all those things, right? It's, I mean, when I was little and that Princess Bride movie came out, I just thought it was for little girls and I didn't watch it. That's it, man.
Guys, we're in the chat. It's literally called Robin Hood Men in Tights.
And he calls me a knuckle-dragging troglodyte.
Oh, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, you guys all watch MacGyver tour in the galaxy through little rings that he had to jump through. Don't be fucking laughing at me, man. Seriously, I don't see the point here. So let's see. Cypher, did you get your wrap up? Do you figure you're good there? I don't know what just happened.
Massive truckload of salt with anything that these people say.
Right. Yes.
Visit the Blacksite to see some actual scientific stuff. Actually, mercury is one of the things I think we're going to use a lot to debunk some of their crap. There's a video from Talflodermis. If anyone knows of his channel, we'll give him a shout out here. He has a whole mercury playlist. There's one in particular in regards to mercury versus salt, where if let's take their relative density garbage, for example. If the relative density of the mercury was greater than the salt, why doesn't it displace salt in a cup? It'd be the first thing it would do. Would swap its spot. It would push all the salt to the top of the mercury, because mercury is one of the densest liquids that you can get. And it would, in fact, displace salt that's in a cup to the top of it. But you have to agitate it in order to do that. To get the mercury to move through the salt, you have to fiddle with it with a salt, a fork, I should say. It's simple things like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of the simple ones that just go over their heads to the point of insanity. It's good that your Discord's going to have that kind of stuff too. I really like the sound of that very much, very much. And speaking of your Discord and your team and your channel and everything, Vishanti, thoughts and wrap-ups. Floor is yours.
Well, the NASA Blacksite Area 69. Nice. It's going to have a slew of really cool guests. One of them, we are looking to have Professor Phil Bell on to talk some science at these fools. Also, a friend of mine is a commercial airline pilot and has enthusiastically agreed to come on and talking about, yes, he can see the curve of the Earth from an aircraft. So that's going to be fun. And he's definitely not in on the conspiracy unless you think, you know, a dude who parties at nerd conventions with me is in on a conspiracy. So drop on by the disco. The squirrels will show you around. Make sure you fill out a butthurt form if you don't like anything that we do there, and we will put it promptly into the shredder.
Appropriate. Love that.
It goes 24/7, that thing.
No, absolutely not. You got to have like a butthurt board. just showing off all the butter.
Well, we're running out of space right now because of all the victim cards that we've had to continuously print.
Exactly. Yeah,
so
that's right.
That's fair enough.
there's just not room.
Presses are overheating on a minutely basis. We have to come up with a new lubricant.
Yeah, there's only so much wall space that we can afford with the black budget, so that's why we had to take all your Streamlabs points. Thank you. We will expand our facilities shortly.
Awesome. Awesome. The Wall of Shame coming to you soon from the NASA Blacksite 69. That's awesome. Cool. Right on. Well, I think we did an experiment with Gong Show debunking that kind of worked. What everybody think? I thought that was pretty cool. You know, everybody got to speak and let us know. And there was a thing where the chat, the audience didn't hear the gong. So we'll fix that next time. No worries. No problem. We did hear it. So we figured everybody else did. We didn't even think to check. So I think that's about it. Let's thank Vishanti and Cypher Zero for joining us on what was a really cool show. That was fun as hell. You know, I'm still getting in shit for the movies I haven't seen. You know, I haven't seen them. I don't care. It's fine.
And you will until you do.
Yeah, you know, like I said, I'll try a couple episodes SG1. So you know,
Terminator 2.
I saw Terminator 2. I actually just watched I just watched the newest one the other day, and it was one of the worst 2 hours of my life. It's so bad.
The
It's
new
not
one
funny.
sucked, but I mean, you've seen 2, so you've redeemed yourself slightly in my eyes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, saw 2. Number 1's still better.
Number 1's good.
But, you know, okay. So on that note, I get a little redemption and we're done. Thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks to our members and our Patreons. We're just about ready to have all that shit going, but with bringing the new channel shows to the channel and everything, there's just only so much time in life. So bear with us. We're so fucking close. It's not funny. And let's say goodnight, everybody. We're out of here.
Good night. Thanks for having us, Dick. It's been excellent.